Hey, what's up guys? It's your boy Fearless with a new GTA 5 video. Yes, thanks for jumping into today's episode. In today's episode, I got something super interesting for you guys. Possibly one of the best leads I've ever made or discovered on how we could get the jetpack or what we need in order to get the jetpack. You don't want to miss this one, baby. So stay tuned for the full episode. So I'm here at the Jepack Shadow in the Eltris camp where I'm going to start my hunt and clue reveal for finding the jetpack. So first things first, we're going to start off with the basics with what we already know and then tie in the things that you guys don't know so that it all makes sense accordingly in step-by-step formation kind of. So first things first, you know the Jepack Shadow is here at the Eltris camp. Till this day, we have no straight answer as to why it's here. It doesn't really make any sense. You know, this camp is just full of a bunch of naked old men, whacked out people. So it's really weird. But I mean, I think it's just a diversion from Rockstar to lead us a different direction or distract us from the truth. So grooving along, I'm gonna mention some things that some of you probably don't know, and that is there's only one character that can come in here without being shot or harmed, and that is Trevor. And it makes sense because there actually is some dialogue in the game that shows and proves that Trevor is secretly an Eltris camp member. Just trust me when I say this, I've done my research. I could probably do a later video on showing the dialogue. But Trevor is actually an Eltris camp member. Some examples are you switch to him and he says, "Oh, I shouldn't have ate that human," or "I'm a cannibal," or some other things that I'll probably show off in a future video, which makes sense as to why he's the only character that can walk up in here unharmed. Now with that being said, it leaves us with the question, why is this Jepack Shadow here then? And I think it's only for one reason and one reason only. Not only is it a diversion where it kind of tries to lead you away and distract you from the truth or get you like off guard, but if this camp resembles Trevor and Trevor only, and that the Jepack Shadow is here, then it makes sense that Trevor has something to do with it as well. Now, one of the things that's interesting about this is there is some hangar missions you can do with Trevor, which drops off crates in this exact location. Jack Sheep servicing tri-manifold R108. Do you guys remember this? The insane massive clue suggesting the jetpack was in the game. Jetpack confirmed, lies in his grave. Jetpack confirmed. Something about a river. You guys remember? Well, this is the exact location where you do missions and drop off crates in the Eltris camp, showing another connection with Trevor and the Eltris camp. Speaking of Trevor's hangars, don't you think that Trevor's other hangar here looks just like the one in San Andreas, where you can get the jetpack to spawn right after you complete the Black Project mission? Yes, once you obtain it after the mission, the jetpack will spawn at CJ's hangar in Las Venturas. Everything in that hangar is here in Trevor's hangar in GTA 5. For example, the storage room for the planes, the tower, the lookout tower, and the little mini safe house. So we're here back at the Eltris camp in front of the Jepack Shadow, finally going to collect the last pieces of the puzzle so that the unknown could become the knowing for those people out there that don't know. So we're going to start first here at the Jepack Shadow, spawning at sunset, and at the Eltris camp. It finally comes to its closure to show us that this jetpack will have something to do with Trevor and Trevor only, as it is here in the Eltris camp where it only signifies Trevor. Now, as you can see, we have a lot of symbols here at the Eltris camp. This seems to be the main focus of the symbol here. As you can see, it's a circle, 8 lines around, and with what appears to be an eye in the middle. So now that we've seen that every symbol at the Eltris camp represents the sun, we're going to come down to the side mountain here in this cave that's going to bring us to our first clue into finding and leading us to the jetpack. Alright, so I drew some illustrations for you guys so you guys can understand this part of the video. So let me get right into it. So when we come to the Eltris camp, we find these strange symbols which appear to look just like this. I messed up a little bit there, but you know what I mean, they're just like this. But when we come to the cave, we seem to find it flipped just like this. Now, I'm here to explain what this is and why this is. So, for those of you that don't know, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you don't know this is the Fort Zancudo UFO. Yeah, it sounds crazy, right? But let me explain. This is a 2D symbol of the Fort Zancudo UFO. So this is a symbol of the UFO, obviously. And this on the outside is the beam on top of the bunker at 3 a.m. at Fort Zancudo. Just visualize it in your head. The beam and the UFO. Look it, check this out. There it is, baby, in 3D formation. The beam, which has 8 lines all around. As we can see, the symbol 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bunker beam at 3 a.m. and the UFO, just like in the symbol. Pretty crazy, right? And the more interesting thing about this as well is the fact that on top of the UFO, which is why I highlighted it with red, are like 8 exact patterns, just how on the beam there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lines. But there's like this pattern on top of the UFO that has the same exact pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's why I highlighted it red. Pretty crazy, right? So now that you guys know that, we can move on with the video and check more info out. So now that that's all out of the way, what does this mean, guys? We got a symbol of the jetpack here at the Eltrus camp. Quick recap, by the way. We got a symbol in the cave, the secret cave of the Fort Zancudo UFO and the beam happening at 3 a.m. Then, what does this all mean? Well, what do these two have in common? Let me show you. A jetpack is what we obviously obtained in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas at the military base. And that symbol down there is pointing us right to Fort Zancudo because that's where the UFO spawns its beam at 3 a.m. just like in the cave. So a quick recap, all of this is pointing to Fort Zancudo at 3 a.m. with Trevor. Look at my shirt, guys. Zancudo. T-shirt, star, look at that, kind of represents the beam as well. This is the only character that can get a Zancudo t-shirt as well. Don't forget that Trevor is an experienced air pilot. He used to be a marine pilot in the past, which ties him into the military. Not only that, but the fact that all these clues are here at the Eltrus camp, and Trevor is an Eltrus camp member, as we explained a little behind in the video, only means that Trevor is going to be the one and the only to do something at the bunker at 3 a.m. with the UFO in the hope of obtaining a jetpack. Here's some more connections with Trevor and the military.
No, it's a nut, man. You just screw it back up. Hey, what are you doing here, citizen? I said, what are you doing here, citizen? Nothing. Oh, I'm sorry. You're clearly a tourist. My friends from up north, eh?
Don't even say it like that.
Hey, what's happening? Hey, oh, Jesus.
It's a fake fucking acting. You can hardly tell.
Look, insurgent, we have contact,
Not only is that more proof that Trevor ties into the military base, but did you notice that Trevor fights off the Ballas gang and the Vagos gang? Something you can originally do in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas was do gang attack missions where you would fight over certain territory or territories you own to fight back. And it's interesting how Franklin doesn't really get associated with gangs that much in GTA 5, even though he's supposed to be a reference to CJ in a way. It's interesting how Trevor is taking the better path that connects to the older Grand Theft Auto San Andreas instead of Franklin.
Hey, ese, ¿qué onda?
You say amigo? Where you from, Vato?
Yo, who the fuck is this motherfucker? Hey, what's cracking on me? What you doing around here, man? Yeah, you motherfucker. You.
What?
I'm talking to you, motherfucker. Who else you think I'm talking to, homeboy? What?
It's not legally fucking if you do not penetrate. Shit, man. Fucker.
In conclusion, I want to bring something special to the table that has been going around for decades in the community. Is remember the old theory where each symbol represents a character? I guess it's finally safe to say that this could be true, because the UFO would be Michael for the being abducted and such, and the egg would be Franklin because he's the youngest of the two and he's learning from the other two characters, and Trevor would be the jetpack because he ties into the military just like I showed off. He's an experienced Marine pilot, and that Jack Sheep tri-servicing manifold R108. But now in today's video we see more connections with Trevor having to be the one to obtain the jetpack. So I confirm this theory, even though it's an old one. I think it's safe to say now that we're in the safe zone with that theory, that it's possibly true. And yeah, it just feels amazing to finally find a relief for that theory, and for even all these clues I just showed off today. So that brings us to the last scene of the video. What do we need to do with Trevor on the bunker at 3 AM? That's still a mystery up to this day, but I'm just so glad that I finally know who we need to have at the military base, at the bunker, with the beam at 3 AM. Now the rest is still a mystery, and it's for the community and us all together to solve. Now that I've taken you guys this far with answers, it's finally time to react to this video and try some new things. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate everybody who takes the time out of their day to watch my videos. It really means a lot. I hope you guys learned something new. Please drop a like and subscribe if you're new, because I got more amazing videos coming your way if you don't want to miss more GTA 5 content. This video took a long time to make, so please drop a like, share, and let everybody know the truth with who is the important character when it comes to the bunker beam at 3 AM and possibly getting the jetpack. Hope you guys have a great day. This is your boy Fearless signing out.